Hello, this is Paranormal Girl, and today I'm going to talk to you about remote viewing. And I'm going to take you through step by step remote viewing for beginners. Remote viewing can be defined as the ability to perceive information, events, or people from a far off location, to use the mind to find information that may otherwise be out of reach due to physical constraints such as distance and time. Examples would be to explain what is in a room inside a building that it is in a different location. You could also try and explain a situation that occurred in the past or simply tell what is inside the box. Those who practice remote viewing do so by entering into a state of trance where they project their energy to the target to obtain the information they need. Compared to astral projection, where one has to leave their physical body, and I will later explain that in the next video, in remote viewing, you are fully in your physical state. You will need to focus your energy onto the thing in the direction you want to obtain information from. Once you do so, you will then be able to relay this information. So, how to practice remote viewing? It's important to be in the right state so that your remote viewing can be a success. For this reason, any feelings that could distract you should be avoided. This could be anxiety, pain, or a simple lack of concentration. In order to get into the right state of mind, you can practice meditation or concentration exercises. Once having rid of any distractions, you are totally relaxed and you can now get into the real action of remote viewing. So let's consider the basic steps. Step 1. Pick a target or a goal. With the help of an assistant, get them to put a message into an envelope. You should not be aware of what this message is. You can try sending them either to a different room or outside the building. If you don't have someone to help you with this activity, simply focus on something different, such as the weather. There are a few basic tools that you will require during the exercise. These will help you in recording the reports of your findings. You can use a pen and paper or a voice recorder. Step 2. Let the information come to you. As the information starts to come to you, it may not always be rational. Sometimes your own personal way of interpreting what you don't understand may get in the way. Do not try to understand the process. Simply allow the data to come to you. It's now time to enter into the deep meditation. You can use different methods to gain a connection or deeper look into your target. For example, you can imagine looking through a magnifying glass with your target on the other side. You could also imagine looking through a window and viewing your target on the outside. In this trance-like state, pick up your pen and your paper and start jotting down the first thing that comes to mind. Do not think. Just put down what is going on in your mind. You could also draw images. It all depends whichever style you prefer. Step 3. Interpretation of what you see. After you feel like you are done putting down what is in your head on paper, it's time to find meaning. Open your eyes and step out of your trance. Take a look at what you have written down. Sometimes it might not make too much sense, but try to find the meaning by figuring out what those writings and images represent. Number 4, repeat the cycle. The information you have on paper is likely to just be a piece of the puzzle. You will need to return back to your trance state and continue recording. While you can incorporate new ideas, such as using dough to create a 3-dimension image, it's fine to just use the method you used earlier. Continue writing or drawing until you feel like you are done. The extra information gathered will add on to what you had earlier. Repeat the process again for another round of recordings. The image will continue to make more sense. Number 5, interpret what you see. Now that you have gathered enough information, take a closer look at what you have written down and try to find the meaning. Unlike the first time, this time you have even more pieces to the puzzle. If it's a drawing, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Does it look like the object or a person? Come to a conclusion without overthinking the whole situation. Then call in your assistant and check the contents of the envelope. In cases you are trying to figure out whether the conditions of a distant location, check the internet or news and compare your results. Did you get it right? If not, how close were you to getting it right? Keep your scribbles in a safe place for the next time you want to remote view. This will help you track your progress. It's a good idea to note down how you were feeling during your last remote viewing session. Also note the environment and anything that could have influenced your thoughts. Final thoughts. Remote viewing can be an interesting concept for those who are willing to learn. However, it is not something simple and it takes a while to learn. With the right motivation and drive, you can get the hang of it. The best way to practice is to keep things easy. Start with simple images, and once you find that you are getting them right, move on to more complex information.